trucking them over, he under me. Want back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in, We want back ends, wipe my sins, wipe it. They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in.
I just hate the ball and I look for the open man. The zone, I'm trying to get in. Open the playbook, the book of the champion. Get flipped if you trying to get in. I got the front defense, they got the end. Going for long, on first and the 10. Gotta go hard, we gotta get all. No loss or excuses, cause we gotta win. They say they sleep, must not be a fan. Get at your mans and mess up your plan. Look at your stands and look at your hands. I do what I want and you do what you can. I do it for fans, you do it for fame. EA Sports, we in the game. EA, I am the coach and the player of the game. They gon' remember the name.
We want back ends, wipe my sins, They can't win, No new friends, Football fast, they sleep again. We wake them up, the champs is in, champion.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Lucky 56. Over. Here we go. Boom.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
That's pulled in at the 32. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Garoppolo. This is Bell on the dump ball. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Now Bell. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the 1st quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Goes underneath for Bell. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now stands at 13. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Kevin Pierre-Louis. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Garoppolo. And over the middle, this is Parker. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Garoppolo already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of speed.
Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. They'll go for it with Bell. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go now.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Here's Gallman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. He's going to fire one deep, middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Corey Coleman, 57 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gould now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A give to Bell. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Man open, it's Goodwin. That one goes for 13 yards and it moves the sticks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now a toss play. It's Breida. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And now running right through it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. To go here in the first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Here's Breida. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Here we go.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
White. 12.
Garoppolo now. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is T.J. Logan to return it.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Here's Rosen. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Solomon Thomas able to drop him for a loss of a couple. On play action, Rosen. That is caught at the 7. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very solid gain of 27. Here's Rosen to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Gold with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the false start will back them up 5. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Now Rosen. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. This is Coleman, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They've just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like four-down defensive linemen. They feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Watching that, Barney.
Now it's Rosen. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Now it's Peterson. And they can't bring him down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, a 22.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This quarterback now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. And on the ground they go with a running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going, Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
He's going to get it running right. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll try to pound it in with Goldman, and he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there, taking it in. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On play action, now Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Buying time to his left. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 22. Look at the spin. Balance. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look, and now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, but the play is actually happening over there, and that's where a running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play.
Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Garoppolo now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw is Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Niners on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now they go screen. It's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And they'll go on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception. Reuben Foster picks it. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. This is Breida fighting him off. The chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Prater for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this two shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough.
And now here is another interception. Picked off on a safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 29. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Rosen will throw. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. He finds Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rosen on 1st and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. So a tiptoe catch back in the end zone, so tough to do, but he made it look pretty easy.
Certainly did, and the back of the end zone is treated the same way as the sideline. You have to get your feet down, inbounds, for it to count as a catch. How about the backgrounds of some of these guys, though? Did they work on it? Maybe some of them were ballet, some dance, who knows?
Yeah, you and I were talking the other day. I remember one of my favorite kids shows growing up. I don't know that I want to name it, but guys like Lynn Swan, they used to be on there showing their ballet skills.
And you have to remember when they were kids and their parents would tell them to take the ballet classes, you know they were fighting them like crazy. But right now they're saying, thanks, Mom.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They run again with Breida. For 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now it's Breida. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to work his way down to the 16. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Hurry up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. He will push his way down to about the 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. A 2nd down carry for Forsythe. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Niners on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Garoppolo. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So out now come the Cardinals. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Able to go down to a knee, wrap this one up in the wild card round. Being at home, that certainly helped.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And think of it this way. If this is tennis, they held serve. They did what they were supposed to do. Won at home, rewarded their home crowd. They may have to go on the road the rest of the way, but they'll do it with some confidence.
And Charles, on the losing side of things, they didn't